Good morning, you guys. Yeah, I haven't been on here in a minute because, oh man, we'll get into this one day. I'm not doing it today though. But I have been pulled here because you guys keep showing up in my dreams, and I'm assuming there's messages that y'all need, and I need rest. So I'm here to give you whatever messages it is that hopefully will resonate with y'all and will give you some answers because y'all not letting me sleep. So I have two separate messages, and then there's an extra one that I'm gonna do because it's just the way it played out today. Um, Good morning, Beth. How are you? Good morning, Jamie. Yes, how are you guys doing? My life has been fucking hectic as fuck this year. My daughter is safe and sound, and I thank you guys for sharing, and I thank you for all the love and the prayers because that's one of the worst things to experience is when you don't know where the fuck your kid is. It's kind of scary. So I really appreciate y'all for that. Um, so let me just start this now. Uh, for those of you that are dealing with a person, you guys are worried, you're stressed out, you have all this going on, and you keep trying to almost intervene in whatever their journey is or whatever they have going on. Now, if it's a partnership that you're in, relationship wise, you can't fix the other person. If it's someone you're dealing with that has an addiction, again, you can't change that. That's their journey. Those are their lessons, things that they have to go through. And if your partner is an asshole or whatever it is that they are, those are things that they have to be willing to fix and work through. Okay, the best thing you can do is literally like send them light and love, prayers for them, leave it up to spirit and hope that it works through them. But sometimes the only thing you can do is really remove yourself from the situation because you can't do anything. You want to sit there and you want to help and you want to help and you're like, please change, please do this, please do that. And it's like going in one ear and out the other because they're not ready. They're refusing. They're stuck in an ego space that they're just like, no, 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 no. And they're resisting, resisting, resisting. So you're driving yourself crazy and you have to step out of that, okay? Because there's no point in worrying and stressing because if that's what the fuck they're gonna do, regardless of how much you cry, regardless of how much you beg, you plead, whatever it is that you're doing, it's not gonna change. They're not gonna change because you're begging and crying to them, So I don't know exactly what it is that y'all going through, but please don't stress out and don't worry about other people's lives. It hurts to watch us, to watch people we love suffer. It hurts to watch them do things. It hurts, especially if they're hurting us. It hurts. And we want them to change because we love them and we want the best for them. But sometimes you just have to really accept, like truly from inside and just say, you know what, I can't change this person. The best thing you can do is change yourself and what you have going on. So if you're at home in a toxic environment, then you have to remove yourself from that environment. And if it's a person that you deal with that's close to you that has a toxic ass life, be loving, be supportive of them, but you don't have to be in their immediate environment to do that, okay? Because for some of you guys, this is something that's ending. Because they're showing me right now that a lot of you guys are going through a lot of obstacles and challenges and sacrifice right now that might not be the best thing. You might feel really shitty and really stressed out about everything that's happening. But understand when you're going through these obstacles and you're going through these challenges, like I just look at it as it's life making sure that you really want the shit that you're working towards. Like if I say I'm going to be a better person and I'm not going to do the fucked up shit that I've done before, and then life's like, oh really? Here's a test. Let's see. Here's something else. Here's something else. And then you're just like, okay, my patience is really being tried now and I'm about to flip the fuck out. So you got to try to find a balance, when you're going through these things and try to see the blessing in them because all the obstacles are not bad. Sometimes it's for a higher purpose that they're being created because maybe you're going after something that in the long run isn't going to be for your highest good. Hello, Sophian. How are you today? That might not be in your highest good. So when you're doing this, just try to find the blessing in it, because I know lately I've just been getting fucking shut down left and right, and I break down, and I have my breakdowns almost every day. I've been fucking crying hysterically. So I get the feelings. I understand. But when you go through this, just try to find the better side of it. And I think that's the hardest. That's like what I'm learning right now, is like just trying to see the bright side of things and be like, okay, well, maybe that's not for me. And then I try something else. And then, okay, well, maybe that's not for me. But don't give up. Keep trying, keep putting the effort in, because as long as you're putting effort into what it is that you want, and you're working towards what it is that you truly want, then at some point there's going to be a door that's going to open for you, and everything's going to work out for you. But you have to keep going, okay? And it requires sacrifices. And a lot of us don't like making sacrifices for the things that we want, because we get into a place where we're just comfortable and we're content in being where we're at. So we're like, do I really want to do this? Is it really worth me making this sacrifice? And if you're in that place where you're dealing with people that aren't changing and nothing in your life is changing, then yes, you have to make that sacrifice, because it's going to be for the greater good of you, your family, whatever the situation is. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy, because it's not. It's going to fucking suck, and it's going to be hurtful, and it's going to be painful for you, for your family, for the people you're dealing with. Whatever the situation is, it's not going to be easy, and it is going to hurt. But understand that if you don't make sacrifices, if you don't take risks, you're not going to get anywhere. You're going to stay stuck, and you're going to keep living the same fucking cycle, the same life, the same things that you've been doing for the past 10, 15 fucking years. Look at your life and see what has changed, like really changed in your life. And ask yourself, is it worth the sacrifice? Are you willing to make that sacrifice? Because if the answer is no, then don't really expect much to change. But if you are willing to do it, then yes, that's when things change, because now you're allowing the universe to work, and you're allowing space for things to occur, because they're like, okay, they're really wanting to change. They're making moves. They're doing this. You're moving out of your comfort zone. So you have to move out of your comfort zone in order for your life to change, because then it's going to open up the doors for a new adventure to come in, a new journey, and then things will start working out. Because it's there's tower moments that some of you either have been going through or will be going through soon. And the best thing I could tell you is kind of just go with the flow. Hello. Is try to go through the flow. Go with the flow of everything, because it's like you're there, but you're kind of you're a hermit. Like you're in a hermit mode, like you're shutting down and you're closing yourself in, and you're like trying to protect whatever it is that you have, whatever it is that you find valuable. But understand that all of the possessions, all of these things that we have here are not ours. They're here while we're here. They're nice to have, but we should not be attached to these things, because they hold no value. We can't take them with us when we cross over. They're here to, oh, that's pretty, that's nice to look at, it's comfortable. But ultimately, you should be able to walk away from all of those things without any hesitation. Okay, so this storm that's coming, I understand that we have that tendency to just grab onto things, but it's going to be easier if you just go with the flow of things. When you get pushed to the left, go to the left. If you get pushed to the right, go to the right. Whatever way that your spirit is pushing you and guiding you, go with it, because the more you fight it, the harder it's gonna fucking be, and the more shut down you're gonna get, and the more you're gonna be like, I don't want to move, I don't want to move, I don't want to move, because nothing's working out and you're freaking the fuck out. Good morning, Amber. How are you doing today? So please, try not to keep yourself stuck in a little hermit mode, because you're afraid of tower moments coming. They're necessary for growth. They're necessary for movement and change, okay? And it doesn't mean it's going to be a drastic ass tower. Maybe for people that are really resisting, but if you're allowing it and you're taking the steps, then it's not going to be so bad. And sometimes it's more within us that these tower moments occur, because they're enlightening. It's like, oh, they make you aware of what your triggers are. They're making you aware of things you need to work on, so just try to go with the flow of things, and try not to be so resistant, because the more you resist, I know firsthand, it gets fucking way worse, okay? So don't do it to yourself. Now, some of you guys, this is a love situation that you guys have going on. So in order for this to change, this romantic situation, there needs to be a lot of communication, because that's the only way that that situation is going to get better. Okay? If you guys aren't communicating, I don't know if you guys had a falling out, or if y'all just like, fuck you, don't talk to me, whatever it is that's happening. If somebody doesn't step up and say, hey, this is what this is, or I want to know what's going on, nothing's going to change. But once someone starts taking the effort and starting communication, that's when the new beginnings are going to come in. Okay? But you have to surrender yourself. You have to give in to this feeling of love, because if you don't allow love to come in, it's going to be hard for you to create the relationship, and a lot of us act out of fear because we're terrified. It's like we get shitted on left and right. We have all these fucked up things that happen, and we feel like sometimes we just get attacked from every which way, and you're just like, man, I don't want to let nobody else in. That shit fucking hurts, and I'm good on that. I don't want to get hurt no more. But if you're able to communicate this to somebody and just say, listen, I've been hurt this many times, or I'm really fucked up, this traumatized me, whatever it was, whatever effect it had on you, as long as you're able to identify it and express it to the other person, then you don't have to jump into the relationship. Build a friendship, get to really know each other, really see what's fucked up in an individual, because we can all live with the best qualities of the other person. That's not the issue. The issue is when we see the fucked upness in other people. Can you live with that? Can you work with that? Is that someone that you really love, that you're willing to take that time out with and get to work through that and help them heal those things? So that's something that each of you have to ask yourselves. Is that something that you really want to do? Because you have to give into love in order for it to come in, because they're showing me right now that the angels are trying to bring this in, and they're trying to create a balance. And there are people that are envious of this. So I don't know if it's specifically of you, of the situation, whatever it is, there's always going to be haters. There's always going to be people that are going to frown upon whatever the fuck you got going on. Like I say, mind your fucking business, because you're worried about my business, and you should really be worried about your own business and your own fucking life. So somebody's worried about your life. Clearly they have so much shit going on that it's better to just focus on you than their own shit. So don't let other people deter you from what it is that you really want, okay? If in your heart you're like, I love this person and I want to work towards this, whatever it is. Now, if it's an abusive-ass relationship, don't fucking stay there. Don't go back. Don't do none of that shit, okay? This message is for the people that are in a situation where it's fixable, not toxic as fuck. Hello, my love. How are you? I miss you so much. So, and some of you are having some financial issues right now. It's kind of, you're restricted financially, but there is going to be a balance that's going to come to that. So please just try to be financially smart and, try to budget your spending and limit it to things you absolutely need. If you don't really need to go out, then don't go out. If you don't really need new dress, don't buy the new dress or shoes, whatever it is, try to balance that out, because that's going to keep you guys from fucking it up. But financially, it is going to work out, okay? And this person that you're dealing with, there is going to be a new beginning, because there's a passion. There's something that's been ignited inside of that individual that's going to bring about the new beginning, okay? But they have to allow it to flourish. You have to give into the love. So it could be you, it could be the person, however it resonates. Energy is just fluid. It goes either way. You know your story better than I do, so however that's going to work out for you. But just try to just allow things to be. Don't force things. Don't try to manipulate it. Don't try to make it go this way or that way, because the more you try to coerce things and force things to go a certain way or how you want them to, that's when things get fucked up, because then you're just like forcing and putting pressure. When you put pressure on people, me personally, I don't like pressure, because I get defensive and I feel like I'm being forced to do something that I'm not really ready to do. So I'm glad to communicate, but I don't like being forced. So if a person you're dealing with is like, they lash out at you, that's probably why, because it's like, no, you're not going to pressure me. You're not going to force me. So try to be understanding, because all of us have different backgrounds. All of us have different stories, and we all communicate and deal with things very differently. That's why I say communication is the best way to avoid the arguments and everything else, because if you don't communicate, there's going to be a lot of discord and you guys are never going to see eye to eye. So if you're constantly coming together and fighting and coming together and fighting, and then you're just like, you know what, fuck you, I'm tired of this shit, it's because there is not proper communication. Even if, like, I'm very verbal, the other person might not be very verbal. They might be like, no, I'm scared and I don't want to talk to you, stay the fuck away from me. So sometimes taking a step back and you're able to see the bigger picture of what's really happening will help you to make decisions and take action, okay? Because when we get so caught up in shit and we're only seeing things from our perspective and our point of view, I know it's exhausting, Amber. Believe me when I tell you, I done been through more shit than I care to fucking have been through. But when you guys are really in it, it's hard to see things from other people's point of view. You know, maybe you're acting like a fucking bitch and you just like, fuck you, fuck this, fuck that. And you don't realize this, you know, or maybe the other person is acting that way. However this is resonating, or an asshole if it's a guy. But I call guys bitches too, so it's interchangeable for me. But really try to step back, and sometimes putting yourself in the other person's shoes and feeling like if those situations had occurred to you emotionally, like where would you be at? And it makes it easier to understand and try to work through the problems, because now you have an emotional sense of what they feel inside and why they feel the way they feel, and maybe why they're scared or why they have a hard time communicating or whatever it is. Just try to put yourself in that person's place, okay? Because they're saying there's an opportunity that is coming, or you probably have this opportunity already, but you need to act on this, okay? Because it's given to you right now. They're giving it to you, so commit to that, take action on it, and enjoy it, you know, because it's not going to be bad. They're saying now, if this is something that's been ongoing, whatever it is that's coming up right now to the surface, because there's a lot of shit that's coming up for us to heal, this is the time for the deep emotional healing that needs to take place. So for those of you that haven't been doing the healing or have been avoiding the healing and not taking the work, do the work, okay? Go through, do the shadow work, do the inner child healing, whatever it is that you find that you're having a hard time with, really sit with it. There's a lot of shit on YouTube that when I was going through my phases, I found different things. You know, going through the dark night of the soul was one of the first things that actually like shifted my consciousness. So start working on your healing, because all of these situations are bringing things up for you to see in yourself, for you to see what's fucked up, for you to work on those things. So take the time out. You know, if you find yourself that you are you're codependent or over dependent on people, you know, you have to kind of let that go now. You have to try to walk away from that and be self-sufficient, because when you are self-sufficient and you're reliant on yourself and you love yourself, then you don't need other people. You're okay with being who you are, where you're at, and that's it. And then the right person will come to you. The right things will come to you. Girl, I'm with you, Amber. Believe me, I'm on the same boat. I'm just like, fuck this. I just want to chill right now. I understand. But really, you know, if you've been trying to do business, then go ahead and start that business. Whatever it is, put the energy into your own. Put it into yourself, okay? Because when you put it into yourself, you know you rely on you. You know you're dependable because it's you. So you're always going to come through for you. And you don't have to worry about other people coming through for you or doing anything for you. So if that's what you have going on, you know, if you're like, fuck a relationship, I want to focus on me, then do that. You know, relationships are not for everybody. Like I said, these messages are for those who resonate with it. But if you are giving an opportunity to mend this relationship, you're getting it because there's healing that needs to take place. So it's either you that needs to heal, him, her, whoever, or both of you, or all of you. Healing needs to take place. If you guys are not healing, it's going to be hard to create a relationship, because you guys are butting heads, and you're going to keep butting heads because you're both fucking broken. So do the work if you want to have a healthy relationship. If you don't do the work, it's not going to fucking happen. So There is the Eight of Pentacles. So for some of you, some of you might be going to school. Some of you might just be working at trying to fix the relationship or fix yourself or fix whatever is going on. But it could be a long-term relationship that this here, it could be long-term. So that means it might be your forever relationship. So put the work into it. Don't just fucking let it go by the wayside, okay? And listen to your heart. If some of you are taking too much care of others, like spending too much time worrying about people you can't change, you have to stop, okay? You take care of you first. You do what's best for you. And you love them, you be supportive of them. Try to encourage them. Good morning, Mumbless. How are you doing today? So you be supportive of the people, you let them be who they are, because nobody wants to hear bad things about themselves, because they already know the bad things about themselves, and they probably criticize themselves a lot worse than you could ever criticize them. So if you've been, too loving and comforting and emotional, step it back a little bit and try to give it to yourself. We give our love and we do all these things for all these other people, but we don't give it to ourselves. Hi, Jennifer. How are you? So definitely try to do that, okay? Because the person that you're dealing with, maybe they are romantic and dramatic, flirtatious, but they're intuitive. So depending on who this person is for you, some of you might fall in love suddenly. Maybe this will be, once the healing takes place, the shit's just going to take off and you're going to be on fucking cloud 9 somewhere. But try to stay grounded when you're going through these things, okay? Because that's going to be the best thing for you. And some of you, it might be a younger individual that you are dealing with. Good morning, Samara. How are you? For some of you, it might be a younger individual that you're dealing with. So maybe the conversation or the interaction's a little bit more immature because they're not at your level. So again, being patient, being loving, being supportive of people, and just try to be understanding, because like I said, we all have different backgrounds. We're not the same. But make sure that you're not missing the opportunity. Like I said, this is something that's being presented to you for deep emotional healing. And if you're not willing to take that risk or take the action, this is something that you're going to miss out on in your life, and it's going to be beneficial for you. And try not to take people or situations for granted, okay? Don't be miserable with life, because when you're miserable with life, you're going to cause more discontent and more negative shit's going to come to you. So try to be grateful for what you have. Be grateful for the people. Even if it's not the best experience, be grateful for it, because it's teaching you something. You're learning something. But definitely look at what's being presented to you, because they're saying good news is on the way, okay? So whatever decisions you've been making, they've been the right decisions. Just keep waiting, because your rewards are coming and you're going to be successful. So if it's the relationship, if it's work, whatever it is that you've been putting your energy into, please keep doing it, and make sure you're paying attention to the opportunities that are presenting themselves. Because if you're not, then you're going to miss out on the opportunity, and you're going to be like, fuck, I just fucked myself. And no, just pay attention, because it's going to bring you success, okay? And for that specific message, you need to work on your heart chakra. That is for literally, like, the heart chakra came out for that. I've posted stuff on here before to balance the chakras and work on them. But definitely work on your heart chakra, because that means that there's blockages that are preventing you from allowing this relationship to take place or allowing things to happen. Now, for the other message, if you guys are doing entirely too much with your lives and not focused and not paying attention to what the fuck's happening, you're kind of rushing, trying to force things to happen, and you have to wait for divine timing. Just because we want something now, where we want it to happen now, doesn't mean that it's going to be the best thing for us now. It'd be like, okay, you want to keep harassing me? Here, have it. And then shit goes all the way left. This is why it's important to kind of go with the flow and allow things to be, just put your intention out there and be like, okay, this is the outcome I want, and kind of just let it go, because we have no control over all the other pieces in the puzzle, okay? So if we're this piece here and we're like, okay, I'm trying to get to a fucking mansion over here. Now, You don't know how you're going to get there. You don't know when you're going to get there. You know, that's where you're trying to go. So it's like, okay, I want to get to this mansion. I want to buy this mansion. But there's a lot of other people. There's a person that's living there that has to sell the house. There's a person that has to be in between to try to get you guys to meet. There's a lot of people that take place in our stories, but we're not aware of this. You know, we just look at it like, oh, we're doing, and we're creating. It's never like that. There's always a shitload of people that have to come into our lives to create these things, so to allow them to take place. That's why I say divine timing and effortlessness, because we can't control anything. We control what we do. So then it's like, okay, allow everything else to happen. Allow those people to come in. Allow the connections to be made, because once the connections start forming, then everything starts falling into place. So be open to miracles, because Spirit is trying to bring you miracles right now. But you have to be in a joyous place. Try to be happy. Try to do something that's going to be fun for you, because if you're still stuck in this misery, and I'm going to say, like, we wear masks, right? We wear masks. Like, if I'm depressed right now, I put on a happy face and I'm just like, okay, I'm going to go live my day. And I want to be peace, love, and light. And that's great for show, but in reality, my inside is turmoil, depression. I'm sick. I'm all fucked up in the head. So you have to find a balance, because you have to really work on you inside. Okay, you can't pretend to be happy. You can't pretend to be peaceful. You can't pretend to be any of these things, because they're not going to benefit you. You have to truly do the work and find the peace within you. Because if you don't find the peace within you, then that means any situation's going to upset you. Any person's going to aggravate the fuck out of you. And it's hard, because I know me. I don't have patience. And there's times where, yeah, I'll be peaceful. I'll be chill for a while. But at some point, no, it's not going to happen that way. So, you know, just try to find a balance. Don't put on false masks. If you're sad, you know, it's okay. Be sad. Feel your feelings. Don't pretend that you're fucking all happy, real lucky all the time, because that's not real life. None of us are happy all the fucking time. I mean, unless you really reach that level of enlightenment. I'm not there yet. So I can tell you now, I'm not always peace, love, and light. Sometimes I'm the crazy Puerto Rican. But for this situation here, there is a person that is, they're having a lot of mental conflict. They're having their tower moment right now, and they're not happy with their life. Whatever it is that they have going on, they're truly not happy. And this tower moment that came, I'm not sure what it was, but they're having a lot of conflict because they're afraid of the relationship. They're afraid of the partnership or whatever it is that's going on, and they don't know what to do right now. So this situation, they're calling Spirit, saying for forgiveness. Yeah, Jennifer, I'm telling you, it's hard. It's shit. Patience is a virtue, and I'm like, I work on it really, really, really hard, but fuck, they be asking too much. So this person, you know, like I said, they're having a tower moment. If this is a person that you've been in contact with, or you've been like, hey, what the fuck, and y'all just had a falling out, something's going on with them that they're realizing that, okay, well, maybe I fucked up, or maybe this is going on, or maybe I shouldn't have done this, or I should have done that. Okay. But this situation does call for forgiveness and effort. So if you haven't been forgiven, or vice versa, there has to be some type of effort put in. You know, you can't just expect things to go how you want them to go because that's what the fuck you want. It doesn't work that way. We each have our own ideas or agendas or whatever the fuck it is. We have our own opinions and perceptions of things. And that's why I said sometimes it's important to step out of that and step into somebody else's perception, so that way you can get a better understanding. But you have to put an effort in order to fix situations. You know, if it's something that you find that is valuable to you, like worth saving, is something that is that important to you, then you put the effort into it. You put the work into it, because it is a love partnership. And sometimes you have to have self-discipline. So if you can't be faithful, then go to therapy. Try to find those deep wounds that cause that insecurity in you, because it's really just there's shit wrong with you. It's inside of you that you need to get fixed. So you need to find discipline, okay? And make sure that you're maintaining your health. For some of you, you're not meditating, you're not eating right, you're not working out, you're not doing the things that you need to do. So for some of you, that's where you need to focus your self-discipline, and is just making sure that you're taking care of yourself and you're maintaining a healthy body, okay? Girl, I feel you. It's fucking horrible, and I don't know. I've been there, and it's just sad. And I cry. Shit, I cry now. I'm fucking depressed almost every day right now. But I find that it gets easier, as the day goes on. Like, as the days pass, you try to find the better side of things. It's like you look at it as it's a horrible thing, but sometimes if you look at it from another perspective, as maybe the baby's journey was to come, and maybe you just gave that baby so much fucking love that that's what they needed. That was what their mission was, to just receive love. And you gave them that, so they were able to go back. But it's hard when you lose a baby, especially when you haven't been able to hold them or love them or anything, because you have all these fucking hopes and dreams that just aren't fulfilled now. And it fucking sucks. It fucking sucks. And there's nothing else, there's no way around it. There's nothing else I could say that's going to make it better, because it's painful and it's going to take time to get through it. It really is. But understand that baby's always with you. Okay, that's now going to be one of your guardians, and they're going to be there. So every time you get a thought of the baby's there with you. So it's not that they're gone forever. They just crossed over to the other side so that they can help you achieve the things that you need to achieve in this lifetime. So these are our hardest lessons, because these are the things that trigger us to grow. Yeah. These are things that force us to grow. They force us to come into our spirituality. They force us to change who we are. They force us to see things from a different perspective. And it's not always the best. Like I said, it's not always the best, because honestly, it wasn't until I lost my mom that I really began my spiritual journey, because I was devastated. I was fucking broken. I was devastated, and wasn't shit anybody could say or do, or any combination that was going to change that. You get fucked up, you get broken, and it destroys you from the inside. And you really have to find something, and you're just like, okay, my whole life's been bullshit. I haven't done anything I was meant to do, and I'm just fucking doing nothing. So sometimes it's really just a reality check. It's like, wake the fuck up. You're not doing what the fuck we sent you to this planet to do. This needs to happen, because right now the world is in despair. There's so much bad shit happening that Spirit's trying to wake up all of their warriors, their angels, the light workers. They're trying to wake us up so that we can save the planet, because there's not going to be a planet for our fucking kids. And they try to do it gently, but sometimes we don't pay attention. Like, I lost my daughter, a day after I gave birth to her. And I tried the spiritual route, but then I just became pissed the fuck off, because I was like, why? Why me? I was like, I'm not a bad person. I don't fucking do drugs. I don't fucking drink. I don't do anything to fucking anybody. I'm like, why take my baby when a crackhead can have a perfectly fucking healthy baby? So believe me, I understand. But I feel like they're moments of awakening. They're periods that need to change. And if we don't take those moments and appreciate them for what they are, and learn from them and grow from them, then we're not doing any justice. And we have to share our stories, because they help other people survive their lives and their stories. So I'm sorry, I've been talking about this for a minute now, but this is what's coming out. So please just be strong, be strong, because it's not that it's going to get easier. It's just as time passes, it's easier to deal with and live with. But believe me, there's always a purpose. And even though right now it might be hard as fuck to see, later on in life, you're going to be okay. I understand. It's going to hurt. Like, it always hurts. You're always going to miss that. But you'll be better equipped to understand it. Thank you, Jamie. Exactly, Jamie. I embrace it as, shadow work, because that's kind of what I'm dealing with right now is a lot of shit, and I cry. I cry a lot. I wake up crying. So, I understand, and it's just shitty sometimes. And life just, it throws you fucking curveballs, and you gotta make the fucking best of it, because it's like, what the fuck? It's like, I'm strong, but how strong do I have to be? I'm tired. I want a break. I want a time out. I want to just be able to fucking chill. So I get it, and I'm sorry for those of you that have gone through this, because it's a horrible fucking feeling, and nothing in the world's gonna make it better. In time, like, you have dreams, you still see the baby, like, all of this shit happens, but believe me, there's always a higher purpose, and spirit is definitely trying to, like, get your attention, because we need everyone to wake the fuck up. Because if not, this really is going to be fucking Armageddon for our world. There's so much toxicity in the world. That's why all these fucking earthquakes and tsunamis and all these horrible things are happening to us. Because everybody's wreaking fucking havoc. And it's just like, okay, well, and everybody we no longer act as a community. We all try to tear each other down instead of be together and work together and make things happen. We're all worried about, oh no, well, fuck them and fuck that and fuck this, and we're tear each other down. And we're supposed to be a community to help each other, to build each other, to have the strong foundations, to have the love, to have the support. And where the fuck did that go? That shit's just gone. That's gone. We need to get that back. And it's easier for them to conquer us if we're divided. And we are divided because we keep fighting each other instead of coming together. We have to at some point realize that there is a bigger fucking thing. There is a bigger picture. They have a propaganda. There's a reason why they're doing all of these things, to make our lives harder, to make us do the things that we're going to end up doing to get the shit that we need in life. So please, try to come together, stop fighting each other, and realize there is much more to our fucking lives than this. Oh, thank you, Andrea. I'm trying to keep it together. But yes, I'm sorry for my sidebar, but the messages that I give are, for whoever needs to hear them right now. So for those of you that have been going through this tower moment and just stress the fuck out, and you're going through your life, this is a time for you to start purging all of the bad shit. Purge your fucking inner demons, purge the people that are toxic in your life, purge the shit in your house that's no longer serving you, that has negative energy attached to it. If you broke up with somebody, get rid of that shit. Whatever it is, purge all of these things out of your life, because it's going to help you to become better and healthier and clear all of this energy up. Because some of you are really you're just rock bottom, and like I said, once you hit rock bottom, there's nowhere to go but up. Okay, nowhere to go. You're already at the lowest you could fucking possibly be. So when you're that low, it's just, okay, how can I rebuild? How can I make my foundation stronger? How can I do this? And it's necessary, okay, because you don't need anyone else. You are strong by yourself. You are independent. You are unique. You are special the way you are. You serve a purpose here, regardless if you see it or not. Even if you touch one person's life and you make a difference in one person's life, you served a purpose. So don't ever feel like you're worthless, or that you're not fucking good enough, or there's no value to your life, because there is. Okay, you don't know how many people I've encountered throughout my life where just the gesture of giving them a ride somewhere, or giving them a meal, or any combination of those things helps. It changes people's lives, and it shows that there is still kindness. There are still good people in the world. So don't feel like you're not good enough or you're not serving a purpose, okay? Because this rock bottom is causing your transformation right now. It's causing whatever it is that you've been praying for and hoping for and asking for. Spirit's trying to give it to you. They're trying to bring it to you. But a transformation has to occur before that can happen. And our transformations, they're not easy, and they're not always in the best fucking way. They're just not. But it's going to be the way that's going to really get to you. That's really going to make you wake the fuck up and realize that something needs to change. So I'm sorry because it fucking sucks, but for real, like, that's really how it happens. And some of you guys are really in this anxious state of mind. Like, you're fucking constantly stressed the fuck out, constantly thinking, constantly worried about what's happening, and you're in this deceptive state. Like, there is a relationship that needs to heal. There's healing that needs to take place, and this person is really in their head about it, and they're like constantly thinking about it. So you have to be patient with them. You have to be patient with whatever it is that they have going on right now, because like I said, we're all fucked up, we're all different in different ways, but they have this shit going on with them in their mind, and they're worried and they're stressed out about the relationship because maybe they're afraid to commit, maybe they're afraid to try again, maybe that's all this shit that's in their head, and they're lying or deceiving themselves into saying, well, this isn't gonna work, they're gonna lie to me, they're gonna cheat on me, and I'm gonna give my all and I'm gonna end up heartbroken again. And as long as you keep thinking that way and you're focusing on that and you're putting that energy out, then yes, that's what you're always going to keep getting back. You have to heal that. You have to heal that pain. You have to heal the brokenness in you so that you can see that when love is offered to you, it is a genuine love offer. It's not just, oh, I love you or I fucking fake love you. You know, it's like when people are opening themselves up to you and they're giving you genuine love, take it. And I say that, but I know it's hard, especially when you're not used to being loved the right way, or you've never been loved the way someone's loving you, and you're just like, this is weird, this is different, I'm not used to this. So just be open to it. You know, you don't have to jump fucking right into a whole relationship. It's just, let's get to know each other, let's talk, let's date, let's hang out, and see if you can build a strong friendship, see if you can build that trust, see if you can build those bonds. And then once those are built, then decide if, yes, I want this relationship. Nothing has to happen in fucking 2 minutes, okay? Take your time. We have our lives. But don't keep it inside, because the more you keep it inside, all it's gonna do is fucking eat away at you, because you're looking at it as it's something you really want, but you're so afraid that you're not making decisions on it. So they're saying you need to express yourself. Some of you might be dancers and that's how you express yourself. Other people might express themselves through music. You know, whatever it is. Some people write. However it is that allows you to get out the bad feelings, the energy, the emotions. Write it. I like writing poetry, you know. Sometimes I do that and it helps me relieve all of the pain that's going on, whatever conflict I have in my mind. And share it. You know, if you want to share it with that person, then share it so that way they can understand your thought process or what's going on in your fucking head. You know, but try to communicate the best way you can, but express yourself, get it out, because the more it's in, the crazier you're gonna fucking go. Let it out. And again, this situation, face it head on, okay? Find the courage and the confidence, because if someone's offering their love to you, it's because they think you're worth it. They see in you what you can't see in yourself. They find value in you. It's not because they want to fuck you over, because most of the time people don't operate that way. Nobody wants to be with you to hurt you, you know, but they see value in you. So if you're the one that's afraid to be open to this, find the confidence within yourself. Find the good things about you and be like, you know what, I am worth loving. I do bring this to the table. I am a good person. And find that courage, okay? Because you will be victorious in this relationship, this situation. You will be victorious. But you have to step up. You have to step up. There's always going to be a challenge. There's always going to be trials. There's always going to be something that's going to say, how bad do you want this? How much will you fight for this? And if it's something you really want, then you're going to fight for it and you're going to keep fighting for it. Okay? And sometimes it works. Other times you're just like, I'm tired. I'm not getting anything back and I'm tired. So don't let this be your situation. Speak up. Say, I'm scared. Or we can be friends. Or we can try something. Anything. Open the fucking window. Just crack the window a little bit so that way they know. Okay, because that's the worst thing is you don't communicate, so people don't know what the fuck's going on, and everybody gets in their feelings and starts acting crazy. Don't do that, because they're saying you're overlooking important details and you need to pay attention to what's going on. So stop being in your head, especially if you're so focused on the past that you're ignoring what's currently happening. Don't do that, because the more you're focused on before, you're going to miss all of your blessings now. Before can't be changed. Okay, it's just a place in our mind. It's a distant memory. And the more we relive it, that's the only reason it's there. If we stop thinking about it, then it's no longer there. It's a memory that if we choose to go back to, we can. But I find that the least I think about the bad memories, I don't worry about them. I don't think about them. I don't go back to them. I'm not sad. I'm not anything. I try to focus on the good. And if I'm going to have thoughts about the past, I want to remember the good thoughts. I want to remember the good memories. I want that. Okay? So just be careful with what you're doing and what you're giving your attention to. Especially if it's just in the back of your head and it's subconscious that you're just like, it's there, but I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to think about it. No. Talk about it, think about it, cry about it, feel it, let the shit out, because it's going to keep eating away at you, and you don't want that. So get it the fuck out. And stand up, speak, be noticed, say what you feel. Stop being fucking afraid. The worst thing that's going to happen is they're not reciprocated. That is the absolute worst thing. And yeah, your feelings will get hurt, and you might feel bad, but ultimately you're going to get over it. You're going to be like, okay, well, that didn't work. But like I said, I always like to know that I tried. I like to know that I put every effort that I could possibly put into a situation, as opposed to me just shutting the fuck up and never saying shit and missing out on opportunities. So I'll be a fool. I'll be stupid. You can laugh at me. You can talk shit about me. You can whatever. But I know that I lived my life to the fullest. I know that I did everything that I wanted to do in my life. And I've expressed myself at every opportunity. So always live that way, because as long as you stand in your truth, you will always be successful. And remember, if that person has offered their love and is offering their love, the likelihood of them rejecting you is slim, because they've already opened their heart to you. They've already let you know how they feel. So just go, do it, and say, okay, well, I'm ready to try now. Or I'm going to try now even though I'm scared as fuck, okay? But you're not seeing things clearly. You're not seeing things clearly right now, and you're running away from the truth. So if you know that this is your person and you're terrified that this is your person, stop it. Because you've been wanting this. You've been praying for this. You've been asking for this. Every fucked up relationship you had has led you to this person. So stop fighting it, because it's not helping you, okay? They're saying a generous, stylish, very practical type of person that you're dealing with. So just be practical in how you're dealing with the situation and how you're proceeding, okay? Like I said, you don't have to jump fucking all into everything right now. Take your time. But this is going to be a beautiful thing, and they're going to help you make your dreams come true. So whoever this person is for you, you know what each of you bring to the table. You know what each of you has to offer, and you know how each of you complement each other. So be open to it, okay? Don't just shut it down because you guys had some bullshit happen in the past. The past is the past, can't be changed. Focus on now, because that's all we have is now. And that's why I try to just enjoy the people now. It's like I'm here with you now, and if it's always now, then I'm always with you and I'm always enjoying you, and we don't have to worry about the future, because we're just together and we're always having fun. But believe me, like all of your manifestations, all of your hard work, all of the things that you've put into this is creating your future right now. And your partner is going to share the same dreams with you. You guys are going to make great progress in whatever it is that you're building, whether it's a relationship, a family, a business. It's going to create great progress, okay? Now, they're saying you have to find a balance, because it seems like there's a lot of people that have input on this situation. Ask yourself, realistically, why their opinions matter so much to you. Like, for real, why does what everybody else has to say matter to you? Because it should not. Those people are not you, for one. They don't take care of you. And even if they do, how fucking old are you? And maybe you should not be making the bad choices you're making. But try to merge things, okay? Try to see things and be like, okay, make a better solution. Say, if they fucked up in the past, just be like, you know what, I'm gonna talk to them and I'm gonna see if we can work on this and we can heal the situation. Don't take everybody's advice, because a lot of people are fucking toxic. A lot of people are miserable, and misery loves company. I'm sorry, but it does. So if they were in a relationship and they were cheated on, and they're still fucking, they never did the work to heal, then naturally you're gonna get shitty advice, because they're gonna be like, nah, fuck that, because they're just gonna cheat again, because that's their experience. You are not that person. This is not their journey. This is your journey. So the more you listen to other people, the more it's interfering with your journey, and you're not trusting yourself and your intuition and your guidance system. So this is where a lot of us have the issue with discernment. You know, you always, like I said, even I'm sitting here talking to you, I will always tell you, trust yourself. Go with what you feel inside, regardless of what the fuck I'm saying. Go with your intuition, what your heart is calling you to do, okay? Because if you take your time, there's no need to rush in anything. You know, there's always time. But understand that if you're dragging ass and the other person already knows that you are the person they want to spend the rest of their life with, at some point that person is going to take it as you're not interested, and they're going to find another person. So really focus on who you're listening to and who you're getting advice from, okay? Because if you do take the chance with this person, believe me, they're saying you're gonna have a magical fucking life. Like, everything you've ever wanted and wished for in your fucking life is gonna come to fruition. So please, be very careful with the people you're allowing into your headspace, because not everyone has the best intention. You want to talk to people that have healed. Talk to people in relationships and marriages that have been going for fucking 50, 60 fucking years, and see how they lasted and the obstacles they had to overcome, because there's no relationship, there's no situation, there's nothing that has been perfect. So please be very discerning, okay? And if you're pissed off right now, give them time to get over the pissed offness. You know, they'll get over it. Let them calm down, because if there's really love, is there, that connection is really there, they'll come back, okay? It's love. If it's your person, then they're really going to come back, because it's your fucking person. But for this reading, throat chakra came out, and you guys really, really, really need to work on that, because communication is the only way you're going to salvage this fucking connection. Because if there's no communication, you're not salvaging shit. And the last one is, there is ego. Some people are dealing with ego, like the illusions of whatever the fuck is going on in their mind. They're being trapped right now, okay? And they're putting too much importance on the material shit, whether it's money, my house, my car, whatever it is. You're allowing yourself to put all that energy into things that are not relevant and not important. They don't serve your higher purpose, okay? So don't get caught up in those things. And this person is terrified. They are in so much fear and worry right now that they're keeping themselves bound and trapped in indecision, okay? So they're saying that you need to trust spirit and get advice from people that are like-minded, okay? And always put spirit first, because when you put spirit first, you're always going to have true guidance. You're always going to be guided to where you're meant to be. So please, for those of you that are in that ego space, step out of it, because your ego is always going to lie to you. It's always going to trick you. It's always going to make you believe things that are not factual. So listen to your heart. Trust your soul. Trust that your body is telling you what is right. But you're allowing your mind and all of these fake ass fucking things in your head to prevent you from doing what you need to do. Your mind is not meant to guide you in life. It is meant to be a tool to help you. Your guidance system is your heart and soul. That is what's going to bring you to where you're meant to be. That's going to help you fulfill your life purpose. So get out of your headspace, because that's where all of our anxiety and our stresses and worries and everything fucking comes from. Because we sit there and we contemplate and we overthink and we like, oh, well, should I do this? Should I not do this? Should I do this? Do it. Take the fucking chance. If you're that afraid of it, do it. Take the fucking chance, because that's going to help you in an immense way. It's going to show you where you need to find courage. It's going to show you that, okay, well, just because I think it's bad doesn't mean it's going to be bad. And guess what? If it is fucking bad, you can always walk away. You can always take another path. But make a fucking decision. Shit or get off the fucking pot. Do something. Don't just sit there and go back and forth for 20 fucking years. Nobody's waiting 20 years. It's like, I'm good. I could have a whole fucking marriage, children, maybe even fucking grandchildren in 20 years. Like, let's not do this. I don't got that kind of time. So please step out of your ego, okay? Because your ego is really just your ego. Find humility. Be humble, okay? That's what we're here for. As long as we're operating from ego, we're always going to be fucked. And that's why we're fearful of rejection. But if you get out of your ego and you get rejected, then you're like, okay, well, I got rejected. It hurts, it sucks, but you're able to move forward and go towards something else or something better. You know, don't look at rejection as it's something about you. Look at it as this was not meant for me, okay? Because anybody that's famous, anybody that has money or the great inventors, they've all failed. Everybody has failed. Nobody just succeeded on the first try. And if they did, they're a lucky motherfucker. But it takes work. It takes time. And the reasons why is because there's things that you need to learn. There's things that you need to go through. So allow it to happen. Allow life to happen and just look at it as lessons. Look at it as what you learned to be like, oh, I learned this. I learned that. And if it's something that you're really not happy with, once you decide, okay, I'm going to do it, I'm going to give it a try, maybe it'll be the most amazing shit ever. You ever think that? Maybe you're going to be happy as fuck and you're like, wow, now what? It didn't go the way I thought. Okay, so give it a try. If it's bad, like I said, walk the fuck away. It's not going to kill you. Walk away. And just like, all right, well, this was fun. This was fucking horrible. I should have trusted my intuition. Then you know, okay, I trust my intuition. But if it goes well, then you know, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't be so much in my head and ego space. So like I said, there's always lessons. There's things that you need to go through in life. Trust your intuition and your soul, your heart. Go within because they're guiding you. They're giving you messages on the fucking radio, on Facebook, on street signs, on cars, wherever the fuck you go. If you keep seeing the same shit and the same messages and even random people are saying shit and you're just like, how do you know that? Where did that come from? That's your spirits, your guides giving you messages. They're telling you to go in a certain direction. Fucking listen. Listen. That's why I'm here. I'm here to express the shit that you guys are not doing. Please listen. Okay? I don't mind. I love talking to you. I love all of you. But please listen to the messages because that's what they're here for. Okay? So those are your messages for today. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this resonates with you and it gives you some form of guidance and healing. And I don't know when I'll be back on here. I've been on here talking for a long ass time today. But I love you. I hope you guys have a good day.